clothing to my next of kin. I'm gonna feel the sunlight dancing on my skin. Summer comes, oh yeah. Summer comes, yeah, yeah. Summer comes, oh yeah.
The first few months, it's very exciting to be here. It's very exciting to meet new people. I was just a little scared because I didn't know how many people could speak English here. But then once you realize that almost everybody can understand you. In the university, everybody understands. In the town, most people do. So it's just a few weeks of trying to adjust.
When I arrived here in the Wageningen, I must say it was a mixed feeling. Really, yeah. It was a mixed feeling because I was very happy coming here for my international masters, but on the other side of the life, talking about the social life, I found it very difficult to integrate because as an African, I have a background of culture where we live in a community way. My other Dutch counterparts lived individually, and even when you have to see them, you need to book an appointment.
When I arrived in Wageningen, I had a hard time having to manage my study and friends. Most of the time I study and stay in a room and stay in the library.
I realized that here the teaching styles are so participatory and so friendly and not intimidatory. So that's quite different because back home, of course, we respect lectures, yeah? They're like think tanks, so we respect them and we keep distance. But here in Wageningen, I mean, I realize that most of the lectures you can interact, you can chat, yeah?
Well, in Greece, it's there's a lot of lecture, a lot of just giving you information. Here, you would see that there's more do-it-yourself things. So there's practicals where you just sit in front of the computer and they give you exercises.
I like the studies, I like the approach. Students are made to feel comfortable. You get your materials you need to study. Well, the weather was so cold. It was winter by then, and I was feeling so cold. Apparently, the jacket I brought did no good.
Maybe around Christmas, this November, that you start realizing like you miss them.
Yeah, it was difficult for me to live in another environment, which is different from my country. I struggle a little bit. I have a family in my home country, so I feel lonely. I feel that I was alone, and I feel homesick.
During my stay here in Wageningen, I had a few instances where I had financial constraints. These were mainly due to late payouts of our monthly allowance, and this caused problems in the payment of rentals. And in that instances, it really affected me emotionally, and all I could think of was when could be my next payout.
Okay, I like dancing, yeah. So sometimes I patronize international club. I just dance a bit just to shake my study pressure off.
I would suggest don't stick to people from your own country, because there's so many different countries and not always there's a lot of people from your own country. You might end up just having 4 friends from your home country and nobody else.
The advice is that, first of all, is that they are here to stay and study. So whether they become lonely, whether they become homesick or not, they still have to remember what they came here for, school. So they have to have that dream till they achieve it. That's when they can ably say, well, I'm done with the loneliness.